Okay, so this is what your screen is going to look like when you first open up your BeyondLabs. So you go over here to the All Labs and click on the little arrow here, and then click on the chemistry. Then you're going to go over here to the inorganic and click on the 3 buttons, and then click on activities. You're going to scroll down and you're going to find the names and formulas of ionic compounds, general. So click on that. It's going to open up another window here. These are your instructions. So we scroll down and it's going to have our procedure here. And it's also going to have a place for us to interact and put in our observations. If you go back to our procedure and we click on a link, it opens up another window. Give it a little bit of time here. There we go. Then we can go back and open up our instructions. It says double click on the test tube from the box on the stockroom counter. Okay, so here's the box on the stockroom counter. We double click, and now we have our test tube. So we go back and it says you can then click on the bottle of silver metal ion. So the silver metal ion is right here. We click on it. And now it tells us you have silver +1 in this test tube. Go back to the instructions. It says click on the divide tube on the bottom 4 times. So here's our divide tube. We're going to click on it 4 times. 1, 2. Go back to the instructions. With 1 test tube in the test tube stand and 4 others in the rack, click on the sodium sulfide bottle. The sodium sulfide ball is right here. We're going to click on it. So now it told us what we have, and we can also save this image. So we can go down here and we've done our first reaction. I'm going to call that a brown. I'm going to say pre-PT. Now, if you look over here, they gave us the name, so we just have to take that and put it in here. Oh, I'm sorry, the name. Sorry, the name is silver sulfide. They gave us the formula. We have to come up with the name ourselves. And please save the image. So we're going to scroll back up because we've completed that first box. Record your observation in the table below. We did that. Write a correct chemical formula, which apparently they're going to give to us. Name the product. If it remains clear, put an R for no reaction. Drag this test tube to the red disposal bucket on the right. Okay, so we go back here and then dispose of it. Now we are on step 4. Place a second test tube from the rack on the test tube stand. Okay, so we take our second test tube, bring it over to our stand. There we go. And it tells us we've got the silver ion in it. We're going to add sodium sulfate. So here is the sodium sulfate. And it looks like no reaction. So we go back, scroll down. We're on this first column here. Oh, it looks like I skipped it. It's fine. Okay. It doesn't matter if you skip it. You just got to do all of them eventually. That's the beauty of this. As long as you get it done, it doesn't matter. I did follow the directions though. Okay. I did my observations. Okay, I gotta discard the tube. Okay, so I'm gonna discard the tube. There we go. And it looks like, oh, see, so now it says add NaCl. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put my silver there. And it told me to add NaCl. Ooh. So I'm gonna go back and make sure I find the correct, here we go. That looks to me like a nice milky white. And they're telling me what it is. So I'm going to finish this column out. So I'm going to need to discard this because every time after I use it, I discard it. So I'm done with this. I can save the image too. Please save the image. I should go ahead and do that. Ooh, I think I forgot to save that. Okay. Okay, now I can go back and the next tube. Okay, so I will put the next tube. Wait, did I not discard? Oh, this happens sometimes. You think you had pulled it over to the discard and it didn't. So just do it again. Okay, so I'm going to take this next tube and put it in there. And then it says sodium hydroxide. Okay, so my sodium hydroxide is right there. Ooh, that's kind of like a light brown. It's still it's not as dark as the other one. So I got to keep track of this because I'm in the silver column. It's still a brown. They gave me the name. They gave me the formula. I got to figure out the name. I'm done with that one. I'm going to discard it when I'm done. There you go. Okay. And please save the image. And with the last tube, okay, so here's our last tube. There we go. Go back and look at the directions again. With the last tube, add sodium carbonate. Okay. And the sodium carbonate is right there. Ooh, it's a lighter brown. I don't know what color that is. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I find the correct box here. I'm going to put it's a light brown. They gave me the formula. I put that in. I have to figure out the name myself of the precipitate. Now I finished the entire column here. So what you're going to do is you are going to, every time you're going to do these steps over again, but first true cation is lead. So you're going to do all these steps again with lead. Then you're going to do all the steps again with calcium ion, all the steps again with iron 3, and all the steps again with copper 2. So you're going to fill this all out. And you want to answer this question. Did you see any patterns? And if you make a mistake, you can erase. So then I finished everything. I'm going to want to save this. I want to save my lab. And then what you can do is you can, you can print this. You can save the page. You're going to want to put a descriptive, like something descriptive on this. I would make a new folder someplace. It's my BeyondLabs. And I would want to name this specifically. Okay. I'm saving this in pictures. I would want to save it what the names of the experiment was. Names of ionic compounds. You can also print it. So I printed it because I want to make sure I don't lose anything. So just in case, you can print it. And then also, you could maybe save it someplace else. Just make sure you save it. The beauty of this is if something goes wrong, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty fast. And so you can always do it again. Okay, so I hope that helps. Oh, it's telling you you're going to have to use like a little arrow up because they don't have superscripts and subscripts. Or actually that will give you, that will give you superscripts and subscripts. Okay, so I hope that helps for your first laboratory assignment. Okay, I think we're good.